Hey folks, Saturday morning rant. What I want to talk about today. I want to talk about criminal justice reform nonprofits in particular. Why? Because they have a set of values that they state publicly, that they put on their website, that doesn't really line up with the fucking truth. And so I'm going to go in on that. Because that's the space I know. I know nonprofits generally because of my business, gem trainers. We work with all types of nonprofits. We even work with some for-profits. But I worked 17 years in the criminal justice reform space. And so I was on the train this week, heading downtown, and I bumped into this woman who I haven't seen in, 7, 8 years, but who I've seen digitally. I've seen on social media, and she has like stood with me through thick, through thin, all the way, been really good to me. And I was kicking it with her, and she was like, yo, I got to tell you, every time I click like on your postings, and every time I click like on your rant, and every time I click like on pictures of your son and your daughter, like people come after me. People tell me like, yo, you shouldn't click like on this stuff. Like, yo, you need to know that there's a chance that funders won't give you money because people don't really like him. He's polarizing. Like, he's like revealing a lot of secrets about the criminal justice reform space. Like, he's like democratizing philanthropy and teaching people who otherwise wouldn't have access to money how to get money. Like, oh, he's working with organizations that are nonpartisan, non-lobby, non-advocacy. Like, oh, he's still, working with white people, as part of this movement. Like, oh, you name it. You fucking name all the shit that's antithetical to what they say they care about is what I hear, and it's what she heard. And so people are telling her, literally, don't click on my child's page, a picture, and don't say that my children are cute, or that they're handsome, or that they play ball well, or that they're a beautiful little ballerina, because Sunsaray is a beautiful little ballerina. And so, I've heard this before, I've heard it over and over, except these are criminal justice reform people who believe in restoration, people who believe in due process, people who believe in justice, people who believe in equity, people who believe in diminishing the light of people who they think are smarter than them because they somehow think that's going to make their light shine brighter and they're going to raise more money. Motherfucker, just because I'm gone don't mean you're going to raise more money. Like, you got to be doing something that makes sense, and you got to know how to fuck the fundraise. Like, me being gone ain't going to help you do better at raising money. I've been gone for 6 years, motherfucker. Like, you sit on the throne, that don't make you the king. Fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, so it was good to have that conversation with her on the train, and it's good to see someone who's really stood with me. Like, I believe in, I eat with the people I starve with. So, like, she'll always be able to come to me for whatever she needs. But I'm telling this story because, like, over the last 2 weeks, nonprofits, even criminal justice ones, particularly criminal justice ones, are like, I don't know what to do about what's going on between Palestine and Israel. Like, do we need to make a statement? Should we make a statement? I don't know if we should make it. Motherfucker, you already haven't made a statement. So it's been 2 weeks. You haven't. How strongly do you feel? So let's talk about what's really going on. What's really going on is that your base of support, right? Like, your legitimacy is telling you that you should say something about Palestine, and that you should have been said it, and they're putting a lot of pressure on you, and they want you to choose sides. Except in criminal justice, I don't know if you're supposed to like choose a side in this situation, except let me tell you the rest of the conversation, and I hope this doesn't land as anti-Semitic, but it's worth saying, and I have evidence to back it up. So I'll just say it since everyone else is scared to say it. People are worried that their funders have people who work there or lead the place that are from Israel, and that they're going to punish them if they say something really strong about Palestine. Like, you saw what happened at Harvard. Them little elite ass kids somehow thought that they were going to go to Harvard, and because they're powerful and they come from powerful families and they have money, or just the very least of just being privileged for being at Harvard, that they could say out loud that everything that happened in Israel happened because of Israel, which was dumb shit, dumb, young, woke shit, doesn't make fucking sense. Like, doesn't make sense. Like, super passionate and emotional, not very thoughtful. And you all know this stuff is going to change day to day, week to week, month to month, but whatever. So that's what nonprofits are confused about, except with criminal justice nonprofits. Like, again, you get taught who to like and who to hate. And so people are in a predicament now where they're like, oh, fuck. Like, people have told us who the fuck to hate, and people have told us who the fuck to like. So now we have to make a fucking choice. One, you already should have made a choice. You didn't make a choice. The time is over for that, right? So just don't fucking make a statement at all. Like, people pay me a lot of money to tell them this shit. So free game. don't make any statement at all. Time will go by. People can't stay angry forever. You'll get beyond this moment. But to me, this shit is so indicative of the larger problem we have, particularly in criminal justice nonprofits, which is tell the truth while you're here. You're here because you're mostly worried about how much money can you raise, how much can you increase your salary, how much can you destroy your competition. That doesn't really work in criminal justice reform nonprofit. It might work for other nonprofits. Like if I'm doing housing and I think I do it better than anyone, and maybe if I'm the best at it and I have some amazing way of doing it, then maybe I should be out there like convincing the city of New York or the city of Detroit or somewhere that I should be the one doing more housing. But like in criminal justice reform, you're out here saying you're trying to change the world. You're trying to change the way people think about folks who make bad decisions. And so therefore you have to be really fucking thoughtful about your own decisions. You have to be really thoughtful about whether you're standing on your values. And the place where I see a lot of these criminal justice reform nonprofits fuck it up is when they have to make these hard choices where their values are involved. And you know what they do almost every single time? They make the wrong fucking choice. They come down on the side of punitiveness. They come down on the side of like not bringing people together. They come back down on the side of not forgiving people. They come down on the side of not offering people grace. And that is why I'm so thankful for people like the woman I met on the train, because she doesn't have resources. She barely has a job. She told me about how difficult COVID was for her and her family and so on. And yet she'll never be one of those people making decisions about millions of dollars in nonprofit. You know who will be? The people who whispered to her, fuck Glenn and his kids. You shouldn't be clicking like on their pictures. So look, there's a lot of profits out here pimping it out. Whether it's Common Justice, Catal, like two people married, raking in millions left and right. If you count their clients, you're like, what the fuck? You spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per client? Or you're doing criminal justice work, but behind the scene, you're threatening black leaders because they're making too much money for a campaign and you want to be the one making money. And then you go into a room and tell them how you're going to fuck them up, and you stand up on your feet and you threaten them. Remember that? I got the audio tape. We'll get there. Anyway, in the meantime, this allows me to vent, get it out, enjoy my weekend, not let anybody steal my rainbow. I hope nobody steal y'all rainbow either. Y'all see I'm driving around, right? I'm driving in Harlem, a place I love. And at the same time, I'm ranting. It's what I do. I'll see y'all next week. In the meantime, don't let nobody steal your rainbow. Peace.